So, it's time we discuss what's gone wrong here. When I started this whole project of this barn and all the fun that I would have out here, and I am having a great time, I never expected that I would end up with the things that I have. There's dog hanging out there chewing her paw. Quinn, what are you doing? Silly dog. Somehow I've got Macintoshes all over the place and all up from the top. I have things everywhere because growing up, I thought I'd be a Commodore person. That's what I played with as a kid. So here on the bench, I have the Commodore 128, the only Commodore I've been able to find in my random quest to learn to get things here without spending a fortune. It's got a great patina on it, very pretty. This is what I thought I would do with my life, and instead, I have ended up being a Mac person. I fixed multiple Macs. There's one sitting there in the photo. I'm about to go up here. I fixed the Mac Plus. I even fixed CRTs. This is not what I expected. The only Macs I had as a kid, or at any point in my life, was at school. And I had a lot of fun with them, but I sure never spent a lot of time with them. So I never expected that this barn, as it is, would become a land of Mac. But I have spent hours on this thing, running chip tests, oscilloscopes. We've got testers over here, and it turns out I am clustering this thing. All I am doing is making this worse. I am 100% confident of that. So it's time to put this away, get something else fun to play around with that's not a Macintosh for a little while, and if you want to go along for the ride, I'll bring you along with me. So, the Commodore of Pain and Torture, what I have spent hours on out in this barn working on, has been removed. And I also should say I'm sorry for all the fan noise. I don't have my microphone on today. I'm just out here having a good time. Windows are open, the fan's on, the solar inverter is running like crazy. It's pretty warm out, but it feels fantastic. So we're removing the Pain and Torture and bringing out this very excited, fully boxed TI99 4A that I picked up. And this is almost like being a kid again. I'm pretty excited to pick this up. And literally, it's like bringing it home and opening it for the first time. I am the first to admit I know nothing about these computers. I had never had one of these as a kid. I am excited though because I have another one up there that's broken. It's the first thing I tried to work on when I got into this hobby, and I've had no luck. I think there's a bad CPU on it, so this is going to give us some opportunity to really take a look at it and get inside it. So we're going to open the box up. Woo! Here, let's get you so you can get a better look. This thing is loaded. We've got the computer club. We've got the original information service, cassette cable. We got operating guides for the modulators. We obviously had some education software, and there's cartridges in here. This is awesome. Reference guide. I am putting this on a shelf and going to display it and have a great time with it. Beginner's basic. We got the user's guide here. Here, let's move it to a better. They'll probably see a little better this way. Full user's guide addendum. Let me show you this because this is so cool. Look at the beginner basic book. This thing was so kitted out. You don't find anything like this anymore. Audio cassette recorder info. Read this first. Steps to get started and how to hook everything up. We had cartridges. We've got. Let me take you back to the top here. Multiplication cartridge, addition and subtraction. I'm sure these are things I probably need to spend a lot of time on. And early learning fun. So we're going to put all this to the side. We're going to keep digging. Let's go for the box over here that has, check this out. We have the full modulator still in here. Screw terminals and all to the cable. That's amazing and fantastic. Our power supply thankfully has been safety checked, so that's good. That's, obviously quite modern. Look at this monstrosity. Great big wall wart. It probably weighs several pounds. This thing's crazy. I can't believe that. And look at this beauty. Absolutely beautiful. Let me move you guys back this way. Absolutely beautiful. Look at this thing. Woo. That is a beautiful computer. I'm really excited. I know there's not a huge collection going on for TI99s out there, but nevertheless, I think this is going to be pretty fantastic. I'm excited to see if it works. I'm going to have to get a little creative for our setup, but let me move some stuff out of the way, and let's hook it up and see if if it powers on, because that'll be super fun. Well, I haven't tried it yet. I'm not going to take it apart. We're just going to try and send it and see what happens. So you're going to be here with me. We'll see how it goes. Okay. There are a lot of unknowns here, so we're just going to have to see how this goes. I went ahead and grabbed my other power supply that came with my other TI99. I like this one a little better. I did run both of them through a little quick voltage test, and they both test really high. I guess these aren't even really power supplies, but I believe that's probably fair. They're probably testing high as a result of having no load on them. So, I mean, if I run this through here, flip the switch back on underneath the bench. You know, we're getting 8 there, which is pretty good, but we get a high reading here. We're like 28. Over here, which I think is a no connection anyway, we're getting next to nothing, but this 28 is high, but it's coming high on both of these two power supplies. So I think we're just because they're no load. So I'm going to turn this off before we plug this in. The other unknown here, as I said, I had previously had another TI99, so I made this cable. Obviously made it really poorly because it's falling apart right now as we're looking at it. For composite, I'm going to have to get some adapters to get the screw terminal in. My wonderful little ViewSonic box right here does take RF, but I don't have the adapters to get from a screw terminal in, at least not handy on me. So I'm going to try one of these. Let me put you guys back here so you can share the joy or not so joy with me. I'm guessing we're not going to have a lot of luck here, but power supply is off. Well, the AC part is off. Obviously, these are weird with their internal power supply too. We got nothing coming on. Let's turn this on. We are, make sure we're over here in composite. There we go. We are in composite. So, nothing to do but see what happens. So let's kick it on, and yes, that would be true. It appears we have absolutely nothing. Not terribly surprised by that result, but absolutely nothing. So, now, is my cable any good? I have no idea. I never got a true video signal out of this. I can run the scope on it here, and we'll see if we get anything. Probably to go ahead and take this apart and really take a look inside of it. Oh man, those keys make a satisfying sound. We'll dig into it. I'm not giving up. I'm excited to take this one. I've got my other one. Hopefully between the two, we can make some things work and figure out what's really wrong. But this is definitely going to be the next bench project for a while. So I will dig in, and as I dig in and find some more, I will share with all you guys. And thanks for watching.